Welcome back and welcome to another movie reviews video. I usually make movie reviews here every Sunday, but this week I flipped my Monday schedule just because it worked better for me. So if you are looking for a bookish video today, I will leave yesterday's bookish video linked up here. As I say, usually I make movie reviews videos here every Sunday. They are always spoiler free, and I will leave timestamps in the description box below so that you can scroll along to the movie that you particularly want to hear my thoughts on. So I saw 4 movies in the cinemas this week, the first of those being the Downton Abbey movie. Now, I went into this not being a Downton fan, and I think that that was the wrong thing for me to do. I have tried to get into the television series, and I tried again before going to see the movie because there's not many episodes in a series and they're all on Amazon Prime, so I did try again, and it just wasn't my thing. The movie itself looked really good from the trailer in terms of the kind of production value and the cinematography, and it was good in terms of those things. In terms of me watching it in a movie theatre in Denver, it was great to see Harewood House, and it was great to see Beamish and be all like, oh, Yorkshire, love it. I think I was probably the only person in the cinema coming at it from that perspective, being from Yorkshire, slightly missing Yorkshire, and basically just spending a Monday evening appreciating some Yorkshire on the screen and some Yorkshire accents. Whether or not they're good Yorkshire accents remains to be seen. For me, not being a Downton fan, I didn't feel like an awful lot happened in this movie. I didn't feel like I gained a lot from having watched the movie. There was a recap beforehand, so if you are like me, not a Downton fan, or you just watched the first couple of series, or it's been a while since you watched it, they do have a recap at the beginning. If you don't know who the characters are, the recap is really hard to follow. They just throw a load of names and a load of events and a few clips at you. But I can see that being a good thing if you need a recap before watching the film as somebody who is a fan. So I'm not really bringing the best review to this because I'm not a Downton fan to begin with. So it was nice to watch on the screen, but I was really quite bored and I didn't feel like anything happened. So if you are a Downton fan, I'm sure you will love it. If you're not a Downton fan, maybe don't pick this as the time to start being a Downton fan, because I don't think it will work for you and you'll be spoiled for the whole television series. Like, I'm not even going to bother trying to watch it again now. Then the next movie I saw in cinemas this week was one that I walked out of. I went to see Abonimable, and I'd been seeing the trailer for this one for quite a long time. It's obviously about a Yeti. It's got a good diverse setting with some diverse characters. It's nice to see non-white characters on the animation screen for a change. I definitely support this side of it. I like the fact that it's dealing with a Yeti not out of the natural environment and not kind of a Yeti being hunted in that respect. I liked that aspect of it, but I was so bored when I was watching this film, and you can tell that it's not been terribly well accepted because this is only into the 2nd week of release or the 3rd week of release, and there was me and 2 other people in the cinema, one of whom was a child. So for a children's movie, I don't know. And I did end up, just when I went to the bathroom, I didn't come back again. I thought about going back in, I did think about it, but I thought I'd rather be at the library reading my book right now or picking up my library holds. So I went and did that and got a Starbucks instead, made better use of my time, I feel. So this isn't one I'd recommend. If you're a parent and you want your children to see it, wait till it comes to streaming, or you can borrow the DVD from your library or the Blu-ray. The animation was good. I liked what it was trying to do, but I just don't think it did it particularly well. I feel like nothing really happened, and we kind of repeated the same like jokes And I know it's a kids movie, but I love kids movies. I love animation. I, you know, love a Disney film. I love a DreamWorks film. You know, I've been passionate about some of the kids films that I've been to see, but this one just wasn't for me, and I did walk out. So there we have it, another non-recommendation from me. And then I went to see something completely different. I went to see Metalica S&M 2. So this is Metalica playing with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra at the Chase Center in San Francisco, and this is them repeating the concert in this new location 20 years after they did it previously, and were obviously very successful at doing it. Now, I am not a Metalica fan, however, this cinematic experience was pretty awesome. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the production value. I enjoyed the kind of little inside bits we got into, how it all came together to begin with. And I enjoyed the way they'd arranged the music. I enjoyed the relationship between the guitars and the drums and the bass and the singing of the actual band, and then all the other instruments in the orchestra. There's an awesome moment with an electric cello that I absolutely loved. And yeah, I liked this one way more than I thought I was going to like it. I believe if you are in the US, it's still playing, I think on Tuesday and Wednesday this week, if you are watching this as it is uploaded. So this is a hard recommend from me, and if you get the chance to watch it on the small screen, I'm sure it would be just as good, but seeing it on the big screen with the cinema surround sound would be amazing. I just wish they'd put it on in the Dolby cinema, because I think it would have been really good to hear it in Dolby. The crowd noise is quite loud to begin with, but they kind of toned that down. I think they might have just increased the crowd noise to kind of get the cinema audience in the mood to begin with, and then they tone the crowd noise down so you can hear the orchestra. And you do get to hear the orchestra kind of on their own a couple of times as well as with the band. So I wasn't expecting to like this one as much as I did, but it exceeded my expectations, and it's definitely a recommendation from me if you can see it on the big screen. It's Metalica S&M 2, and I believe there is a documentary that involves S&M 1, so I am currently in the process of seeking that one out. As you can imagine, you know I love a documentary. And then I went to see the new Addams Family movie. I saw this in 3D. I had options of Dolby, 3D, or just regular cinema. I don't think they had it in IMAX. I think all the IMAX screens in my particular cinema were still involved with the Joker. And then turn over to Gemini Man, which I'm on the fence about seeing. Let me know in the comments if you've seen that yet. I'm not sure about it. Anyway, I digress. Addams Family. This one is just got a very similar feeling to the Addams Family TV series and the Addams Family movies with Angelica Houston, and there was 1 and 2 I think they did. It's Addams Family. You kind of know what you're going to get. There's a little bit, they've kind of updated it a little bit in that the animation style is obviously really quite cool. And also there's a lot in here about, like, you know, knowing yourself and self-identity and being yourself, which the Addams Family has always been about, but it's more overtly about that in this film, which I think gives a good message and puts that message out there, and you can tell that it's been updated to include that message, so I liked that part of it. There was a lot of big names doing the voices in this one, so it was interesting listening and trying to spot. I always like doing that when I go to see an animated film. I saw it with 2 kids as well, and they really enjoyed it, and there's some good music as well. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but this was just generally, I kind of got what I expected with this one. It was fun to watch. I don't think you necessarily have to watch it on the big screen, so if you're thinking about possibly waiting until this one comes to streaming or rental, then maybe give it a wait and save your money for when Maleficent or Frozen 2 comes out. It was fun to watch. It was what I expected it to be. I did some laughing. It got that message of like self-belief and being yourself out there, which I thought was good. But I don't think it was, you know, it gained anything for being on the big screen, or you wouldn't lose anything for watching it on your home TV screen. So that's my kind of recommendation on that one. So those are the 4 movies I saw in cinemas this week. I will be back next Sunday with another movie reviews video. I currently have 4 things booked in my cinema tickets, so hopefully I should have 4 things to talk to you about next week. I will be back with more bookish content for you during the week, and as I say, yesterday's bookish video will have been linked up above at the beginning, and I'll stick it on the end screen for you as well in case you came here looking for bookish content. As always, let me know in the comments if there is a particular movie you would like me to go and watch and then come back here and review for you. And make sure you're subscribed so that my next video lands in your subscription feed. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you with more bookish content very soon. Bye!